How wild a game is this to be a goalie in? There's all kinds of stuff going on in front of you.
Yeah, I know. It was, it was a really fun atmosphere, especially right from the anthems. You could tell it's going to be a fun game. So it's always a treat to be able to play in those type of games. And happy we came out on the right side of it. And like you said, there are a lot of emotions throughout the game. I mean, this time of the year, the games are so important, and everyone's playing for something. So it's a lot of fun to be in those games.
You've played a ton of games against Shepherd, right? Other end of the ice, yeah. What was it like to be up in the NHL against them?
Yeah, you're right. We've played against each other a lot over the last few years in the American League. We obviously had a playoff series against him last year. I mean, he's a great goalie. I've got a tremendous amount of respect for him. Every time I've played against him, he's always been good. So it was fun to play against him at this level. But I just have so much respect for him as a goalie.
Obviously a day at a time, but if you play tomorrow, it'll be 4 games in 5 nights. Is that anything that you've ever done in your career, that much play?
Last year I played 3 games in 3 days, so that one was kind of that similar type of situation. I mean, whatever the situation is, if I'm going to play, I'll be happy to play. I like to be in the net, and I like to play hockey, so it's always a lot of fun.
Jet, first NHL shutout. Just your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, like always. I mean, all glories to God. I mean, I'm just grateful for him giving me these experiences and allowing me to, have these experiences here with the guys. I mean, the guys were so good in front of me tonight, right from the start, and then, all the way to the end of the game. So it's fun to see everyone bought in, and I'm just super grateful today.
Like a forward waiting for his first goal, does a goaltender wait for that moment when you look up there and you see a 0 on the other end?
Honestly, I never thought about it too much. I mean, for me, I just like to try to win games. So obviously, when you have shutouts, it usually means you're winning. So I like it there. But otherwise, just trying to help the team win hockey games.
Did you have a tricky little save there with like 3 seconds left?
Yeah. There was that one time where it was kind of through some traffic, but just trying to keep it out of the net.
For the temperature to rise in this one, how much did that get you into an afternoon game?
Yeah, I'll have afternoon games, like getting up and getting right into it. That's awesome. Tempers definitely got going early there.
That shift, how fun is it to have a shift like that where you have a big hit on one end of the ice, clean hit, score on the other end?
Yeah, that was great. I mean, talk about the play. I mean, I was reaching for it. He was reaching for it the last second I saw him, and I didn't want to be the one that went down there. It's not like I was hunting him the whole way down the ice. I saw him probably half a second before I ran into him and whatever, and then to be able to go down and score, that was great. I thought it gave us a bit of momentum there going into the second period, and we kept rolling with it.
Dean mentioned a couple of days ago, I think before the Ottawa game here, they talked to you guys about playing with more of an edge, more of a bite, and more of a swagger. Do you think that's kind of helped you guys these last 3 games kind of get back in the win column?
Yeah, like I said, I think the last time I got that question, we got a lot of guys on this team that can play a lot of different styles, and when the game goes that way, we got a lot of guys that can step up and rise to the occasion there. I thought our whole team did a great job tonight, right through the end. It's great to see Jet get his first shutout. That was phenomenal. Really happy for him.
It seems like even with clean hits anymore, a lot of times guys are kind of forced to fight after that. Did you come back in here thinking you might have to, answer the bell a little bit in the next 2 periods?
Yeah. I came in pretty much expecting it. Nothing really transpired. I was getting hit a little extra, but to be honest, I think if they watch the play, it was a clean hit. I didn't mean to hurt him or for anything to happen. If that's what happens, they get upset. It's hockey, whatever. They got to defend their teammates, and however they see fit. I was expecting it, but nothing ended up happening.
Adam, you just mentioned it, but how big of a boost has Jet brought to you guys these last couple of games?
It's been amazing. A kid that's been grinding all year, not just this year, but years past, and every time he's come up here, he's been great for us. And right to the end, he was stopping the puck tonight. He was awesome. It was really great to see.
I think you were having a blast with Voronkov. I mean, it's funny because you have a 6-goal lead, but that whole thing, just what was that like on the bench? It seemed like you guys were having a good time.
Yeah, I could not stop laughing. I mean, I was sitting between Boone and Lonnie, and they were making it a lot more funny. But it's hilarious. Like, this guy gets a 10-minute misconduct, goes back for a sip of Gato, and thinks he's ready for the peeps. Like, he just went out there, and ref came over. He's like, I told him, and the guy doesn't really speak English at all. Yeah, so it's funny. It's whatever.
Are you expecting any carryover tomorrow? I'm sorry? Are you expecting any carryover tomorrow from all the physical play?
Probably, yeah. it was a high temper game. No team likes getting shut out, or especially having that many goals scored on them. Same thing happened to us earlier this season with them, and it felt good to play the way we did tonight. But we're definitely expecting a heavy one tomorrow.
Dean, how much did you like seeing the temperature kind of turned up early? These day games can be kind of weird, especially for teams that don't play a lot of them. Did you like the?
Yeah, I guess to your point, could be sleepy, but yeah, it was, the intensity was was there real early, obviously, and it's not a bad thing.
That Fantilli shift, hit on one end, goal on the other, is that sort of like his scouting report just come to life?
Yeah, I think that's what we've seen this year, right? I mean, he clearly has a skill set to end a shift like that, but what he's committed to is playing defense. And he didn't seek the guy out and hit him. He actually like dislodges the puck first, makes a good play defensively, and then prepares himself for a collision. That's all he did. He wasn't like, it's a different story if, you know, he had the puck and he's skating and Fantilli's seeking him out and hits him. He makes a good defensive play, prepares himself, big, strong, physical, and then obviously goes and scores. So, yeah, but that's what we've seen. His development isn't offensively necessarily because he's always been offensive. His development has been all around. And yeah, that shift, he did an all-around hockey play.
Jet gets his first NHL shutout, but just how pleased were you not only with him, but your overall team defense?
Yeah, we gave up a bit early that he had to make some big saves, especially after it was 2-0. We were a little concerned that, you know, maybe we were thinking offense and he was there to stop that, you know, in order for us to gather ourselves and figure out that, you know, this isn't, again, a point night. It's, you know, 2-point night. But he held us there until we got to that point.
Have you ever seen a play like the Voronkov play when he was out on the ice like that? And what was your view, or what were you told?
Well, we got an accountability meeting with the coaching staff tonight or tomorrow morning. But ultimately, it's on me. Yeah, I keep telling you guys, Ronnie speaks better English than he, you know, but apparently he doesn't speak well enough to know that the ref said that you have 10-minute misconduct and you can't play anymore. And so, but it's on us. We have to, you know, communicate that. We have to know that. So yeah, no, we'll take accountability as a coaching staff.
It looked like you were PO'd during that. Your players were having a great time with it. Are you grateful that something like that happens in a 6-0 game, and you can kind of joke about it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Like if we're in a tight spot and they get a power play, you know, then it is on us, right? And that's why I'm saying it's us. It's our accountability. We have to be better in that situation. So, sure, is it, you know, obviously better that it happened in that situation and/or they didn't score on the ensuing power play for sure. But you know, as we've talked about a lot, we have to learn from our mistakes and get better. And like I said, we'll have our accountability meeting in the morning.
Do you expect any carryover into tomorrow's game with the chippiness and physicalness?
Hope so. Yeah, hope so. I mean, not that you want, I guess, I hope the intensity level is there, right? Because that's what we need. We need to play the game the right way. Do we need to play chippy? Do we need to play, you know, undisciplined? No. Do we need to have an edge? Do we need to have some bite? Are we desperate? Do we know where we're at? Yeah, we need that tomorrow night. So hopefully that happens because of what we do, not necessarily what or because of something that happens in the game.
I was just going to mention, you said the other day that you wanted the team to play with a little bit more edge and a little bit more bite and maybe more confidence. And I guess maybe confidence is a funny thing, but have you seen the team kind of embrace that? Has that helped you guys these last couple games? Just feeling like you're going out there and playing confident hockey and getting results
Yeah.
because of it?
Yeah, when you don't have success, and I think we're talking about when we didn't score a goal for 2 games. Yeah, you don't think things are going to be positive, right? So it's not as easy to play with that, confidence or that edge that you need to play in order to give yourself a better chance to have success. So, yeah, as we've talked about, we know that we were playing, well. It's just we didn't have the results at the end of it, but yeah, we need to play with that bite, obviously every night. Forget about the rest of the way here.
Dean, how much energy has Jack Greaves brought to this, and can you go back to him tomorrow, which I think would be 4 and 5 for him?
It'll be possible, yep, and a lot of calmness, a lot of confidence, if you want to use that. Yeah, he's played very well.